Shots fired seems to have been taken a little too literally in Tory Lanez's case, since he was recently sentenced to 10 years in prison for shooting rap star Megan Thee Stallion in the foot during an altercation in July 2020 in the Hollywood Hills. Now that the rapper's been proven guilty, you'd think the controversy over the shooting would stop. But now even more fans are wondering what happened, why, and how Tory Lanez ended up with a decade-long prison sentence over it. Are you Team Megan or Team Tory? Either way, let's dive in and get to the bottom of what really happened between the Houston hottie and the Canadian rap star. Tory Lanez was born in Brampton, Ontario, to Bajan and Caribbean parents, although his mother died when he was still a young boy. After her death, his father became a missionary, and he and Tory traveled the United States for a while so he could work. When Tory's behavior became a problem for his father, he was sent to live with his grandmother in Toronto, who had no interest in taking care of him and left him to fend for himself. After living on his own for 3 years and dropping out of his sophomore year of high school, Tory decided to start taking rapping seriously and began singing too. In 2010, he was discovered by Sean Kingston and performed live during parts of Justin Bieber's current tour. It wasn't until 2015 that Lanez really started to blow up, releasing popular singles Say It and Blow, and in 2016 going on tour with A$AP Ferg. Between 2018 and 2020, Tory released multiple albums and left Interscope Records to become an independent artist under his own label, One Umbrella Imprint. At this point, he had collaborated with huge stars like Drake and T-Pain and had seriously made a good name for himself, as not only a rapper, but a fairly good R&B singer as well, with no official training. At this point, no one had really seen Tory and Megan together outside of industry events where they both would naturally be. Megan Thee Stallion, real name Megan Javon Ruth Pete, was born in San Antonio, Texas, and raised in Houston after her birth. Her mother, Holly Thomas, was an aspiring rapper, and Megan got her first taste of the industry following her mother to the recording studio instead of going to childcare. By age 14, Megan had already started writing her own lyrics, but her mother insisted she finish high school and wait until she was 21 to start her rap career, especially since the vibe of the rap industry was way too adult for a 14-year-old girl at the time. In 2013, as a college student, Megan started posting herself competing in rap battles and freestyling on Instagram. She went viral several times and ended up taking a break from school to pursue music full-time. That being said, she did go back to Texas Southern University to finish her bachelor's degree in 2021. By 2016, Megan Pete was officially Megan Thee Stallion, and in 2019, she released Tina Snow and solidified her place as a smart and whip-fast rapper who isn't afraid to delve into her sexuality or identity. By 2019, after collaborating with everyone from Beyonce to Nicki Minaj, Megan had become a superstar and secured a place on Time's Next 100 list. Unfortunately, she also went through several personal tragedies, losing her mother, Holly Thomas, and her great-grandmother in the same month. This was extremely hard on Megan, as her mother and great-grandmother had both been huge personal and professional supporters of her music and career. Megan's father died when she was young, so the loss of her mother and great-grandmother left her with little family. Since bad things come in threes, I guess it isn't that surprising that the shooting happened in July 2020, only a little over a year since Megan lost her mother and grandma. At first, TMZ reported that Megan had stepped on broken glass and injured both of her feet that way while in a car with Tory Lanez and Megan's friend Kelsey Harris. On July 15th, Megan came clean and admitted that she'd been shot in both feet while walking away from the car, but refused to say who had shot her. On July 27th, Megan did a teary Instagram Live where she talked about the shooting, and a month later admitted that it had been Tory Lanez who shot her. Naturally, the internet exploded over this shocking news, and the hip-hop industry was divided into those who believed Megan and those who sided with Tory. As conflicting reports came out about where the shooting had happened and who had done it, it was confirmed that Lanez did have a gun in the car he was riding in with Megan and Kelsey, and he was arrested for carrying a concealed weapon in the vehicle. In August 2020, after rumors started circulating that Megan was lying about the shooting, she posted a video of the gunshot wound in her foot to hit back at the haters, and asked why fans wanted her to be lying. She also cleared up rumors about being jealous of Tory's interest in Kylie Jenner, whose Hollywood Hills house they had all been at before the shooting. Instead, she did admit that she and Lanez had an argument earlier on the night of the shooting. As the drama circled around Megan and her explanation of what happened, Tory decided to release an album in September 2020 that detailed his thoughts on the incident. In several songs on the album, Tory denied shooting Megan, called her a liar, and asked fans to question how she got shot in the foot without it hitting any major bones or arteries. The album was met with criticism from pretty much everyone except Tory's fans. and people called him out for trying to make album sales off of Megan's trauma and injury. His fans claimed that Lanez was just trying to share his side of the story and explain his part in it, but Tory wasn't satisfied with stopping there. The next month, in October 2020, a Los Angeles prosecutor charged Tory Lanez with felony assault for shooting Megan in the feet. He was released on an almost $200,000 bail and tweeted to his fans that a charge is not a conviction, and he had faith that God would bring the truth to light. A judge ordered Tory to, at the very least, turn in his guns and stay far away from Megan, but in July 2021, Lanez disobeyed that order to perform at Rolling Loud with DaBaby, a rapper who had up until the shooting been a friend and frequent collaborator with Megan Thee Stallion. After entering a plea of not guilty at his first arraignment, Tory was forbidden to even mention Megan directly or indirectly in any way. Tory managed to get around this by releasing a music video for his song Cap in 2022, in which he doesn't mention Megan, but spends most of the video chopping up and dismembering horse legs as a reference to the stallion. As if this wasn't enough, between October and December of 2022, Tory was put on house arrest after randomly attacking August Alsina in Chicago when they ran into each other at a concert. Lanez tried to discredit these rumors by doing a live stream with clickbait podcaster DJ Academics, who had been a very vocal supporter of Tory since the shooting story broke, but the courts definitely didn't believe him. In December, he also got caught with a gun again and was charged a third felony for shooting with gross negligence, aka not being careful while using a firearm, which seems to be a pretty big problem for him. After years of deliberation and stalling, Tory Lanez was found guilty by a jury of all 3 felonies he was accused of, including shooting Megan's feet and injuring her. 8 months later, in August 2023, Tory was sentenced to 10 years in prison for his crimes. After such a long and drawn-out legal battle, it seems like Megan Thee Stallion has officially come out on top. But what about the celebrities and entertainers who supported Tory before and during his trial? And how do fans feel about his sentencing? Before the judge sentenced Tory to 10 years, he read over 70 letters written to the court in Tory's defense, including some from E-list celebrities like Iggy Azalea and larger stars like R&B legend Mario. On Twitter, fans of Megan's joked about washed-up artists writing letters to Tory to get their name in the news cycle. Even before that, Drake, 21 Savage, and DaBaby all came under fire for making fun of Megan for getting shot and joking about the shooting. Controversial podcaster DJ Academics even went so far as to share fake breaking news stories about the case, claiming Tory was innocent. So now that Tory's been proven guilty and Megan proven innocent, will all the stars who spoke out against her come crawling back to apologize? Chances are the Savage rapper won't be willing to hear their BS. In a recent performance after Tory's sentencing, she shouted, "F all my haters," to huge cheers and applause from her actual die-hard fans. While it may seem like Megan's had to go through all of this alone, it's important to remember that she also had plenty of celebrities come to her defense after the shooting, like rapper Cardi B and R&B pop singer JoJo. Since Tory will be unable to make music while in prison and could potentially be deported after his 10-year sentence, it looks like Megan Thee Stallion has finally gotten the justice she deserves. Now some fans are asking, has Tory? After the sentencing, fans and haters alike went online to share their thoughts on Tory's upcoming prison time. Since Megan has admitted to trying to protect Tory at first by not giving him up to the police, some fans are saying he brought the whole thing on himself by taunting her about the shooting. Others think that the courts are making an example out of Tory, since several other high-profile LA cases are being brought against rappers right now. Some fans of Megan think that if Tory wasn't famous, he would have gotten a longer sentence, and 10 years isn't enough. What do you think? Should Tory be serving less time, or is 10 years more than fair? Do you believe Megan Thee Stallion? Will you be listening to new Tory Lanez music in 2033? Sound off in the comments below, and remember to stay tuned in here for more true celebrity stories.